welcome to the Facial Recognition Comedy Podcast. I'm Pallavi.
I'm Fizza.
Zara's late, and our host today, or our guest, our host.
No, I think I should host.
Johnny, will you host? Johnny Mitchell, stand-up comedian.
Hey, ladies, I'm honored to be here. Frankly, it should have happened earlier, but an invite's an invite, so it's good to be here.
We invited you because you're fun, you're friendly, and you have a fetish for brown girls.
Why did you wait for us to ask you out?
Yeah.
I think I don't know that I have a fetish for brown girls.
You just have a fetish for
just
girls.
putting it on.
I think you just put that on me. Well, I think originally you put that on me, but I think you're all hot. You know what I mean? Like, it really has nothing to do with skin color. You know what I mean?
All
I mean,
right.
it is part of it, but it's not a fetish specifically.
Do you think that
I just like all three of you.
is like brown skin is sexy?
Yeah. But I mean,
I don't know how you could answer no and not sound
pasty
racist.
white chicks can also be sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
that
so
was
all
the
those
standard of beauty.
veins
That was the standard of
and
beauty up
arteries
until like
and shit.
300 years ago, you know?
300 years ago.
Yeah, they used to see
like
geishas.
20
they used
years
to
ago.
powder their... Well,
There were
that's
waifs
true.
in like fashion and high fashion, right? It was just skinny white chicks. That was the thing.
I mean, it
Right.
just depends on
True.
the era and the region.
Right.
I mean,
So
it's
you don't-
still sort of the standard of beauty.
Yeah. So you don't have a type, Johnny.
No, not really. Not really. I mean, I think I have a type that's attracted to me, which
What's
is
the
obviously
type?
fatter chicks. You know what I mean?
What do you mean,
Why,
obviously?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Everybody knows skinny dudes attract fat chicks.
I mean, I think you're outnumbered by people who didn't know that.
Oh, wow. Well, you're going to get an education today,
yeah,
listeners.
please.
Wait, why do skinny dudes attract fat chicks?
Because it's the opposites attract. And something in their biology is thinking, oh, I could have like a skinnier child with him. You
I
know,
kinda
like
wanna-
we could, yeah, like I could have a medium-sized kid with him.
What is that a thing?
I'm not even bullshitting. Not fat girls, you know what I mean? But
I understand.
thicker, chubby women.
People see qualities that they, like they admire that quality. Maybe they want like something, I don't know.
Well-fed women.
Johnny, do you have any
Healthier.
children?
No.
Just checking.
No,
I feel like you have a torrid background.
I think I do have a torrid, sordid background, but I don't know. I don't know that kids are going to be in the cards for me. We'll see.
Why not?
Just because I'm a mess. I can't even keep my room clean.
But-
I don't have any money.
But you're out of jail now.
Yeah. Well, that's been a long, good
it's looking
segue.
up.
Good segue. I think that's bullet point 2 on Zara's talking points
Johnny,
sheet right here.
I didn't know you served hard time, man.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard time. It wasn't like a Texas chain gang.
What was it?
I wasn't in like a striped suit. It wasn't like Shawshank.
What was your outfit?
It was denim. It was mostly denim. So they give you in county jail, they give you like the orange
This was in
jumpsuits
Texas?
that you always see in
Orange is the new black.
Right, exactly. But that's only in county. When you go to prison, they give you like, they give you a bunch of faded jeans, the jean jacket,
Oh, this is in Oregon.
and they give you shirts.
That's why you wear
so
jean
it's kind of
jackets?
fly. Exactly. I think, and
Wow.
I've come out, and since then I've got like I rock denim all the time.
Did they have that shit in your size?
No, not really.
Yeah, I was like, they
It
must
was-
have been high waters.
It was ill. It was ill-fitting.
6'13".
How long were you in prison and why were you there?
Distribution of drugs, money laundering. I was there for like a year and a half. It was mostly a cakewalk. I wouldn't do it again though.
What type of drugs?
Well, marijuana back when it was illegal.
Okay,
you
see,
know.
I think that's bullshit to put people in prison for marijuana.
What are you gonna do though? I made a lot of money off of it.
What was the money
That's
laundering?
the only.
You didn't pay taxes, so.
When they find when you conceal any money that's illegal, it's technically laundering. So they put that on me too. But you know what? It's like not like a poor me kind of thing, because if it hadn't been illegal, I would have never been able to make all of the money that I made. You know what I mean?
So you basically put in a year and a half of prison time and then made all of that money as well.
Exactly. But I lost most of it too, which is the problem. You got to hang on to the money. Like if I had kept all the money that I had made and not lost any of it to the government, it's 50-50 on whether it would have been worth it to do time or not. Because I would have never had to work again. I could have
It was that much money,
yeah, it was a shitload.
and you have none of it. Damn.
Were you like, was it like a pyramid scheme? Were you like using other people to help with your business or?
pyramid scheme.
Well,
Yeah, it
were
was
you
a-
like selling Mary
It was
Kay?
a
What were you
multi-level.
doing?
It was a MMMA, multi-level marketing marijuana business.
Yeah.
No. It was like it was just a mom. It was just a
Mom and-
one-man
good old
show.
mom and
a good
pop.
old mom and pop business. It was like I had a couple guys that would help me, like
Who
a
did
guy
your
who drove it
books?
up for me.
Yeah, we know you didn't do them yourself.
Obviously not a Jew because I don't have any more of it.
Again, obviously, why?
Well, Jews do the books, and I was just going for a cheap stereotype.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a classic for Johnny's sense of humor. All right.
You're damn right.
How long ago was that?
7 years ago? Wait, what's 2018? It was almost 7 years ago that I got out. So it would have been like over 8 when I got arrested.
And when you came out, were you super ripped?
You know what's so pathetic? No, I was not.
What happened, Johnny?
I'm just lazy. I'm forever lazy.
He didn't want to rip his clothes.
So funny because usually jail is like the end.
Too hard.
Of course, they're like, John, what else are you gonna do in here? I'm like, oh, I'll find something else to do.
What did you do?
Still don't wanna,
what did you do with your time?
You know, I read. I started writing screenplays.
Oh, dope.
You know, like that's how I originally came to Hollywood. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna move to Hollywood and be a screenwriter.
Did you? I mean, that worked for the Orange is the New Black lady. Did you? Were you doing comedy or anything before that? It was all just weed. Yeah,
it was just weed and traveling, you know. Having fun.
How was it like?
Those are the good old days.
Integrating back into the real world after being in prison.
It was tough. I had to have sex with dudes for a while just to kind of, you know.
In prison?
No, when I got out even. He
didn't do it in prison. Yeah. He did it when he got out. It was weird. We didn't understand the logic, but that's what happened.
You didn't want to feel like you had to.
Yeah.
It needed to be a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just worried, you know, in prison. I didn't want to get attached to anyone because I knew I was getting out. So, but when I got out, I started fucking dudes and what else? I had to get a job, which that was the worst part of the whole experience. Well, whatever. Just I was doing a bunch of shit, like waiting tables and all that. Like I never wanted to do any of that.
Where was
I hate work.
Where was
I hate honest work. This was in Portland.
That's why you became a comic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was like, I want an easy job. I'm going to go into show business.
Let me lie to the people.
I just hate, you know.
What did your family say, Johnny?
I mean, they were devastated, you know.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah.
Older, younger? What do they do?
Brothers, he used to play professional basketball overseas, and now he's manages a gym.
Older brother.
Younger brother.
Younger. He's younger.
Yeah, younger, well-built, good-looking, kind.
Why you keep hitting on us and you don't set us up with that guy? Dumb sounds great. I could go for dumb.
Yeah, he's
probably happy.
Yeah, he probably fucks good, too.
I don't know.
I have a theory that dumb people fuck good.
Yeah, probably, because they're like more... just brutish and I'm sorry to use
in
this
the moment.
Taboo word, but kind of retarded. You know what I mean? You know that retard strength they say is the.
This was a risk inviting Johnny to this podcast.
Look, listeners. I don't know if there are any to the family of Fizza.
Excuse me, we get tens of downloads. Excuse me.
I'm a good guy.
Yeah, you need to chill.
But what were we talking about?
We were talking about your family being disappointed in you.
Yeah, and they're the only reason I don't like go back to the life of crime because they would disown me, you know. So
they visited you in prison?
Oh yeah.
Did they slip you anything?
Well, my mom would make out with me and slip a heroin balloon into my mouth, but like little shit like that.
But you've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
That was part of your chore wheel, actually. Reward for that, the allowance. All right. Well, is there anything else interesting from your prison experience? Is there anything I need to know once I go in?
What are you going to go in for?
I don't know. Probably some stupid shit.
Pyramids?
Probably some like... God damn it. Now I'm getting in my head about pronouncing your name. It was fine forever.
Just
as long as I've known you. Pallavi.
Hey, that's pretty good.
You did it really quickly.
Yeah,
so you don't even know what the emphasis
do it really quickly with a and then you don't.
Pallavi. Because I'm thinking Paul-Elise. Okay, Pallavi. Paul. So
Paul.
You would go in for like beating the shit out of like snapping and pulling some gangster shit, like world star hip hop beat down.
People really have
at a bus stop.
People really have that. First of all, I'm always at bus stops. Shout out to public transit.
Yeah.
Second of all, people always have that perception of me. They think that I'm like, I could do that.
Yeah.
I think it's like the leather jacket and shit and the short hair. I don't know what it is.
And the attitude and just the overall, you know.
My shirt.
Trying to choose my words here because I don't want to get the shit beat out of me, you know. But look, so I think either that. I think you could go in, domestic abuse for sure.
Domestic abuse.
I see that.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like you get a boyfriend, you know, you catch him fucking around. You probably burned some shit. I think public burning, because there's so many laws in the books. You don't even know until you actually go in jail. You're like, what? You're in You're in for illegally dumping a dead animal? Like how? There's so many laws.
That's the books you studied when you were trying to avoid exercise?
Yeah, exactly.
You were just learning the law finally?
Yeah, there would be, well, there were actually.
Probably should have known the one about weed. Probably should have knew that.
Your Honor, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
I was out dumping animals.
You can go to prison for a year in Saudi for killing a camel in a car accident.
Wow. Even if it's the camel is just.
Yeah, it could be a dumb camel. It could be the camel's fault.
Even if the camel backed into you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's Saudi prison. You know. But I know Saudi Arabia's got a lot of money. They probably have nice prisons.
Well, if you're really rich, you stay in the Ritz-Carlton.
Right.
But like actually, this is.
Right, and they just don't let you leave, but
until you cough up some money, right?
Damn.
Yeah, so you would have been like a big target back in the day.
They on the passports when you enter Saudi Arabia,
they take your passport.
But it's also they have somewhere on your visa death to drug traffickers, right?
I have to look at it again.
Yeah.
Because I accidentally brought like a weed edible. It was at the bottom of my bag. It was like from like 7-8 years ago.
And you got it through customs?
But they don't really have dogs because a lot of Islamic countries don't like dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, which I give them props for. Props.
I love dogs.
I take back everything I said about Islam. I didn't say
What'd
anything.
What
you saying about Islam, dude?
Poking fun at it.
Well, did you do that in prison or were you waiting till you got out?
He was poking fun at the Muslims after.
I was getting poked by Muslims.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there it is.
It was a slight of it was a Freudian slip. But dude, you got to be fucking careful, man. Because, like...
She's not going back.
No, you're going back.
I got my... What do you mean I'm going back?
You're going back.
Tell me I'm going back. You'd have to get a permission slip. You can't go to Mecca unless you're Muslim.
I don't want to go to Mecca. I'm just not going to the Arabian Peninsula until they have democracy. It's too scary. It's too hot. It's too...
It's hot.
Go to India. It's the largest democracy in the world.
Oh, he wouldn't be able to contain himself.
I think he just doesn't want to be in brown countries. He just wants their exports, which are women.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I like... I've been to plenty of brown countries. I've never even been to Europe, but I've been to South America, brown, last time I checked.
I mean, your genetics have been to Europe.
Peru, been there, you know? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. We're European. We're big people. If you think I'm white, put me in a lineup next to two dudes from Holland. Those are real white boys. They're all like 6'5", and they look like ponies. They look like the bad guys in Lethal Weapon 2. They're just these blonde. Yeah, they're fucking sexy.
Hey,
Get that look off your face. Get that look off your face, you fucking you know what.
Whoa.
Why don't you look at me with lust?
Wait,
hey, what's up?
Because you won't shut up, Johnny. If you shut up.
You mean in general? Or
in general. You have no idea how many men lose the ability to fuck once they open their mouths.
That was a good tweet. I saw that.
Are we talking about real white boys?
Yeah, we're talking about white boys.
Real white boys. Okay.
So we went
I'm not a real white boy compared to like dudes from Holland. Like I actually have some olive skin compared to like South Africans, the Dutch, fucking Denmark.
I like how you have to go to extremes, like where white people are made. You're like, I'm not like them, I swear.
But
I'm not translucent.
But you are white.
Well,
Zara's
white.
back.
That's
Hi,
all.
guys. Sorry, I'm coming from work.
What's up? You look like you just got your boss a big cup of coffee.
Shut the fuck up. I don't fetch coffee for anyone.
Provocative. We provoke.
Are you, or is that
Dude,
just
you guys,
fact?
your numbers are shooting up after this.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I mean,
I'm so in love with all three of you right now.
I didn't mean to say big, but having a penis on the podcast doesn't really help our listenership.
It doesn't help me. It certainly doesn't help me listen to you, Johnny.
Do you have an ethnic followership now?
Have we just been insulting Johnny this whole time?
We talked
Is that what happened?
We talked about it. We talked about his background in prison and him disappointing his family.
Oh yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
Also his handsome brother.
Wait, hold on. You have a hot brother? What?
And he has a hot brother who's dumb and can fuck.
He can fuck, probably.
Oh, I don't know about that. I need a hot brother who's rich and can support my comedy career.
Nope.
No? Okay.
See, that's Zara. We know Zara's the gold digger. Pallavi is
Pallavi. He got it right.
Pallavi is like Pallavi's the wanderer. She wants like the artist. She's the one that will end up with a white. She will end up with a white. She will.
White.
She
Why
will.
will I end up with a white?
Emphasis on the H.
Don't make me explain why.
Explain why.
No, we just
tell
all
me.
know it. Well,
Why?
first of all, you're wearing. You look like Bill Walton in the '70s. Okay,
I don't know your ridiculous
Who is
references.
Bill Walton?
What is
another white man?
Yeah, he was
Another white man.
He's just an NBA All-Star, one of the greatest of all time.
Oh, a
played
white
for
man in the
Portland.
NBA.
If I wanted
That's
to
who
talk
we're gonna
sports,
Wait, there
I
was-
would have invited your brother.
Wait,
Okay.
was there
okay.
more than Larry Bird? I thought he was the only white guy in the NBA ever.
Yeah,
There's
he
another
was
one?
just Bill Walton. It was Bill
Okay.
Walton and Larry Bird.
There we go.
actually.
I'm
Okay,
wearing this
two.
because today or last night, India decriminalized homosexuality, and we wanted to celebrate.
Yes.
So that's why
Wow,
I'm wearing.
I'm really
colorful.
not going there now. Okay. Anyways, moving on. So
You can't control yourself, or
Wait, are you not
No, I just
excited
don't
about the
thi-
Indians
think
can
gays should be
be
able
gay
to
in
have
public?
He's trying to make a bit about it.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, because for
But he
those of
wasn't
us,
expecting that information. It came quick. I mean,
that's
you're
that's
quick,
good though.
but
No,
you know.
it was a joke. But
have
look,
we explained Johnny's persona? His like stand-up
I think
persona
it's
to our
coming out
listeners
very
yet?
quickly.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on. So Paul's the
He's
most
very
in love with
authentic
me.
on
So
stage.
Paul's in love
I'm
with
the
a white guy.
most in love with you.
Zara's the gold digger.
Why?
She's the white lover.
Why?
Fizza, who's Fizza? Fizza is hard to pin down. Fizza is the closest one to a dyke. She will go Leslie. She will
my
go Leslie.
God.
You're the Desi that will go Leslie. Thank you. You can keep it.
No, just because
She
I
is.
can get some doesn't mean I'm out there, you know. But I appreciate, I appreciate that. 'cause
Part of the reason that I am so good with women is my ability to read. Is my ability to just size people up.
This
that-
is
that
why
comes
we
from-
love
no
Johnny.
idea.
I
How
didn't want to
inaccurate
share
that
a
was.
straw with him, so I'm a lesbian.
Well, also because don't you have some like strain of HPV or
Don't say
herpes
that.
or
No, come on, don't say that. I don't have
No?
herpes.
Okay.
I don't have herpes. I'm
It's
serious.
something
I'm
much
You don't?
worse.
Okay.
That you crossed the line.
It's
on.
something.
Okay.
It's
I
something
needed
much
coffee.
apologize.
I drank out of the straw.
I apologize. Johnny does not have herpes.
I mean,
that
look,
we
I've
know
had-
of.
I've had STDs going back to 2007, but I've never had the
Okay,
big
we
one.
get
I've never had
it.
the big one.
You've
You're-
been fucking
okay.
since 2007. Congratulations,
Hey, Paul.
Johnny.
That's not that
I'm
long.
old enough to
Who
be your
has
father.
it?
Wait, hold on, Johnny. That's not that long considering your age.
That's why. That's why I said
Well,
it.
I'm old enough to be her father for sure, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I got
How old
burnt
are
in
you?
2007. That was 11 years ago.
In 07, you mean in prison?
Give us a decade.
Weren't you in prison in
This was
07?
college. This was college.
Oh.
In
Just so
college.
we know, were you like
The guy in prison wore a
Were you in
condom.
high school in the 90s, early 2000s?
I was in
Give us
the
a
early
date.
2000s.
High school and early 2000s.
Yeah, 2000,
Okay.
2004.
All right. That's when you
So,
graduated?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't I look good?
That's
Gas me
what
up
I
a
was
little.
thinking.
Paint a picture for your listeners. I guess this is probably going to be. We're probably going to take a picture after.
We're
too.
gonna take
Yeah, we're gonna take a picture. I brought my shoes. You guys want to see the shoes that I had to bring?
because he's so tall.
Oh wow, this is great.
got
This is
stilts.
great listening.
She wants
no,
to be the same
for
frame.
for people on Patreon, this is the 7-inch heel I had to bring.
Hold on, I'm measuring it. 1, 2,
Oh man,
4, 5. It's like
It's
5.
that's
and a half.
that's not
It's like-
7 because
it's like almost 6.
Mine
No.
is 7.
I
and
think
that's
this
a
is
little
like
shorter.
5.5.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's no
I don't know.
platform. So
Yeah,
if there's
no,
a platform,
there's a
it'd be-
little bit.
Oh, there is.
There's
Okay.
a little bit.
I see you.
I can do this
see
for
you.
hours.
This is just so I can stand next to Johnny and not be hidden completely.
You want to be in the frame.
Because Johnny and I take selfies and it's like impossible.
Oh, God.
It's impossible.
I remember like the
true.
three of us were at the Comedy Store and we took a selfie and we just couldn't get it right. Like
Yep.
it's just there's too much disparity.
Yeah, Zara, I love your fastidiousness right here. Why comedy? What is
Yeah,
that? Really?
Johnny.
You really
Yes.
put that?
Why?
Why you, Johnny? Why?
Well,
Exactly.
Why talk to people?
Well, you know I'm
Not even
hilarious.
why you, just why.
But you know I've always
Oh yeah,
been-
that.
why?
Just why? Well, come on. Well, besides the fact that it's just in me, it's in my bones.
Yeah.
Like you've seen me on stage, my act is tight. But
Johnny, this is the most you've ever made me laugh.
I'm a curmudgeon.
We're
Well,
laughing because we've seen Johnny bomb so hard.
Well, I was
All
just
of us.
Paul saw slaying the other night, but it's hard.
I
It's
have
hard to
seen you
laugh.
slaying.
It's
I've
hard
seen
to
you
laugh when
slaying
you're thinking.
and not slaying.
Oh
so,
yeah, no, I've
yeah.
eaten gigantic dicks. And
Because
I'll
I don't
continue
think
to do so.
I don't think
We're
everybody
not talking
understands
about
your
prison
voice.
anymore, Johnny. What do you? Come on.
Oh, where's the rim shot?
Okay, so wait, why comedy?
That's what
Gotta
they
get him
call
on
it.
there. Some Asian man ducked his head in here.
Oh my god, did he really?
Yeah, he's probably looking for the nail salon or the the dog food store.
We
oh no, that's the
in
restaurant.
Koreatown.
Oh my God.
Johnny.
Johnny's hero is Andrew Dice Clay.
I'm a miserable prick. That's why comedy. You know what I mean? I've always been miserable. Even like, I was. You know that exhaustion you feel when you're just like over life. You know what I mean? Not suicidal, but you're like,
just tired. You understand why people would kill themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, I don't want to. I know there's better days, but I understand why people get tired of this shit.
I've had enough.
When I was a kid, my aunt, who's had a tough life, she was talking to my dad in front of me, and she was like, if I were to do it over again, I wouldn't. And I was like, that's crazy. Life's exciting. I was like 10. I was like, I don't understand. And now I'm like, oh, I get it. Like,
that's amazing.
I was like, wow.
So when she says that, does she mean she wouldn't do it over again for a second time, or wouldn't, if she had the choice to do it the first time, she would not?
I think the second one, I think she wouldn't do it.
Oh, at all?
I think so.
Oh, damn.
I don't know, but I get it.
Yeah.
I get that I was like, there was a certain point at which I was like, yeah, like little me was just like, every experience is amazing. Mm-hmm. And now I'm tired.
I would do a do-over.
Yeah, I'd do a do-over
of course.
for sure.
Absolutely. If there was a reset button.
But you wouldn't know, you couldn't. I would only do a do-over if I knew
what you know now.
Yeah, then what I know now.
But you would do a time machine, basically, is what you would
absolutely.
do. Yeah,
and
we
then,
all want
and then
that.
it would be boring because then everything would work out and be perfect, and it would just
would it? Because I feel like you would still make mistakes, Johnny.
Yeah,
you would make new mistakes.
I make mistakes. You know those people that are like they're like winners. And I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about people who just win in life.
Yeah, we got that from the first part.
They always learn from their mistakes. I make the same 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
What are those?
I think a lot of us do.
What's a mistake that you've now learned that you're not going to do again?
Well, besides like drug dealing. So I got arrested once. Didn't go to prison. I got like a slap on the wrist. I got a felony, and I just kept doing it. But I did it like 3 times as big. Right? That was like the big one. Mm-hmm. But then it's just like little shit. Dating comedians and fucking comedians. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know what you mean because I've actually never done that.
Smart.
And
like,
now I know never to do
it. Look at Paul's face. Guilty. Just fucking. Just
I don't mean to alienate anyone. I don't feel that I'm better because I haven't dated comedians.
She just feels like she's better.
In general.
She's better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. I don't have an STD, so I'm very proud of that.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, that's fair, but also like.
But no offense to anyone who does,
Yeah.
We don't want to alienate.
But if you dated a comedian and got an STD, then I don't know because like I don't know because like everybody's been warned about that.
You have the comedian strain of HPV.
Why are comedians? Why would comedians have more STDs than anybody else? Because we're just dirtier people that don't use protection.
Because we lie to each other.
Yeah.
We lie to ourselves.
I think if you've never had an STD, it's unlikely we're going to be friends. You know what I mean? Because I can't trust you. It's like a cop that's never has had any dirt on him. It's hard to trust you. You know what I mean?
Have you seen Drew Michaels' special? He talks about having herpes.
I have to watch
No, really?
Yeah.
How was that special, by the way?
I liked
weird, right?
But it's very different. It's avant-garde. He doesn't have an audience.
Right.
But what was so interesting is when I listened to it, I noticed how much outside of that special I'm a lazy listener. Like I'll wait for laughter before I sort of tune in. I'm doing something else. But like with his, I started to watch it and then I really sort of tuned in. My roommate showed it to me. She wanted to get my opinion and she hates the special. Uh-huh. She hates it. She likes that someone can do it and put it out, but she hates the special. Thinks it's self-indulgent.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Okay.
When I laughed, I really laughed at the writing and the delivery.
Now, do you think it's worth admitting to the world or whoever is going to watch that you have herpes and sacrifice all that pussy? You're not a guy, so I can't.
Well, probably still get pussy.
Yeah, you'll get all the herpes pussy. There's a lot of herpes pussy, right?
Yeah,
they have a dating app.
And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way.
Yeah.
There's a dating app for people with herpes.
What's it called?
I don't know.
But look, if your Valtrex game is on point and you don't have any symptoms, you're going to be fine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Brought to you by Valtrex. Thank you for sponsoring our podcast. We'll be giving all of what you sent in to Johnny.
Wait, so hold up. Why comedy? We still haven't addressed this question.
Because I'm a comedian.
Sad.
Because I'm a comedian. It's in my bones. So I've always making people laugh is the most rewarding thing I've ever done. Like even when I would be at sleepovers with all your friends, you know how you do that in middle school?
Yeah.
Stay the whole weekend. There's like 10 of you in a basement, circle jerking, obviously. By the way, do girls do that? Like, you know how young boys, when they sleep over together, they masturbate in a circle?
That's not a thing. Shut up.
Fuck if it ain't.
Shut up. Is that a thing?
Fuck if it ain't. Look at his absolute. I circle jerked with him.
Wait.
I circle jerked with him.
Alex, our audio
Alex.
Other than the time that he and I did,
You guys do that as full-grown adults.
Stop
an
it.
innovator of that.
Yeah, he created the circle.
My
jerk
innovator. Just
in the
don't
early
look me in.
2000s.
Just don't look me in the eye. Put the sleeping bag over it. But if
You don't want that much intimacy in your circle jerks. What happens if you make eye contact? Does it just all fall out?
it gets weird, you know.
Is that what
What
they
if you
did in
fall in
Portland?
love?
Go on.
What if you fall in love? You know.
Yeah.
Is that why Portland is so advanced with like the nudity and the accepting of
They use a circle
Because
jerk
the-
as a
Yeah.
handshake.
yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
the sleepovers in middle school involve circle jerks?
I think there is. I think there's a bond you create when you circle jerk. That it's like being in a fraternity.
Is it a bond
you know?
or
Like
a
there's-
ghost? Does it just haunt you for the rest of your life? How many circle jerks
just
have you
giggling.
been in?
I don't even get it.
You like circle jerk orgies?
No, it wasn't like
what
we didn't
constitutes
plan.
a circle?
We didn't.
What is
It's not like
this?
we planned to
Four
circle jerk
people?
out. You know what I mean? Like, ooh,
Well, how
Friday,
do you
we're gonna
not?
circle jerk at Tim's house?
That's so confusing.
You didn't calendar it? Just pen
This
it
is
in?
what-
Wasn't it on the
This is why-
itinerary of the sleepover?
This is why women are better. We plan our circle jerks.
So you guys would rub your beans together, like at sleepovers?
Oh, so you guys were touching dicks.
No, I'm talking about rubbing. Would you guys masturbate? Do women circle jerk when they're
What
kids
are you
at sleepovers?
talking about?
Generally, no.
No.
Maybe these were
I
all.
don't like to make general statements, but generally, no.
You should. You're a comedian.
Were
You
these
should
your
break
imaginary
stereotypes.
friends? Imaginary friends in middle school.
I'd name names.
Johnny.
I'd name names.
First names.
Sleepovers?
First
Johnny.
names.
Tim,
fucking-
Reggie.
He's making up
Spencer.
names.
I remember my friend one time, Tim. I swear to God, this is before I learned how to masturbate. Right? He showed me. He went and took a cup from his family's kitchen and he
How girthy
ejaculated
was that
into the cup.
Oh, I thought he was going to show
And he
you
went and
masturbating
stuck
with
it,
the...
and then he went and stuck it in the fucking
Dishwasher?
dishwasher like a good son.
Did he rinse
know?
it out first?
You'd hope.
Yeah,
You'd
you'd
hope.
hope.
How many people constitutes a circle jerk?
At
Three?
least three, I
Four?
think.
Okay.
At least three.
That's
At
a
least
triangle.
three. If three's a little weird, you got to have
Three is a
four in there because
triangle.
then you're just having fun.
But
yeah,
four, I
three's more
feel
of a
like
triangle.
I feel
You're
like
right.
four is like a double date. I've heard this about conversations. Like it's important to have like 5 people because with two people will talk to each other. So I feel like the same it might be true for circle jerks. You don't want to have it like be a double date.
I don't know. We didn't think into it that deeply.
So
I
five
think, but I think
separate
we
points
needed. We
makes it
could
more
not
circular.
go. We could not go a night without masturbating when you're in 8th grade. There's no.
Did you
There's
wash your
no not
hands
doing it.
before you went to school, Johnny?
Fuck no. That's how you build up tolerance to infection is by being dirty.
Oh my God.
One of the reasons white people were able to accomplish all that we did back in the day because we were the dirtiest people in Europe. We
you
were
infested
filthy.
everybody with the plague.
But Native Americans were clean. They were
You
swimming.
infested the entire world with your diseases.
Exactly, but we were resistant to them because we were dirty motherfuckers. And
Whatever,
I think
bitch. You can't
that persists
tolerate
today.
bed bugs, so step off.
No, fuck no.
I'm actually
White people
into this
suffer from
theory.
bed bugs.
It is. No, it's true. White people were living in ghettos and slums in crowded European cities, shitting everywhere. This is before plumbing, filthy, right? But then the natives, before we were the ones that had industry, the natives were clean, swimming, being outdoors, fresh air.
Yeah.
And when we made contact with them, they just dropped like flies.
Well, in addition to killing a lot of them, it
That's
was
true.
the
but-
diseases.
Absolutely, absolutely.
rape.
But diseases kill way more people
Also,
way
the dirty
faster.
motherfuckers didn't know about their diseases. That was just a happy accident for them. They're colonizing
There we
easier.
go. Yeah. Yeah, but the Brazilian Indians, they talk about when the Portuguese got off the ship, they looked like beasts. Like they were filthy, these fat, white, disgusting, bearded.
And you expect me
Fucks.
to end up with one of those people?
No, not Portuguese, but they're not even really white, you know what I mean?
No, I'm saying
Yes,
with a
they
white,
are.
with a dirty white
You're
person.
going to end
is
up
what
with
you're
a
saying?
nice white boy
Why?
because A, you can push him around, right? AKA a
All
cuck.
right, you right.
Yeah, thank you. And that's and
Pulvey
more
pushes
power to
everybody
you.
around. So
More power
it
to
doesn't.
you.
It doesn't matter what race, religion, creed, sexual orientation you are.
I am equally annoying to everybody.
I think ultimately the man that can push back and make her submit just a little bit will be the
Gross.
one that she ends up with. Not submit like, Saudi Arabians submit, but like,
concede, compromise.
Yeah, exactly.
Concede and compromise. Yeah, that's
I should have been
consensual,
a fucking
right?
therapist. I should have been a fucking therapist.
I mean,
Dear God, the lives you would have ruined.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. One of Zara's questions is, why do you hate everyone's Instagram so much?
Yeah, because you used to do this thing on your Instagram called "I Hate Your Instagram," and I loved it. It was
Thank you.
It was
Should
one
I
of
do
the
it?
few things that you were good at, and I really wish that you would continue to.
Maybe I'll bring
Not
it back.
surprised that
Maybe
you
I'll bring it
quit.
back. I want to bring a. That's my thing. I have no persistence. I do not follow anything through. You know what I mean? So that's another thing that's.
This is
been
why you do comedy.
The bane of my
Got it.
existence. You know,
Okay.
but no, I need a female anchor. So,
For what, life?
if I ask one of you, you'll be honored. What's that? No, for the show.
He's only
For the
looking
show.
at Fizza and Zara when he said that.
He doesn't want to be dominated
Me
right
and you
now.
can't work together just because, the tension.
Just don't make eye contact.
Dear God.
You don't
It's
follow
because you're
along.
tall, Pallavi. It's
He's
because you're
threatened.
tall.
I get it.
You
Wait,
wouldn't
what's
be
your,
a logistical challenge for
what's
him.
your I hate Instagram thing?
It's thanks for
I don't
following me on
pay
Instagram.
attention to any of that. So
It was just a show. It was like a roast show, and we would play these awful like Instagram people, right?
Yeah.
Videos, whatever, and I would just trash it. So it was basically like it was like Tosh.0, but with Instagram videos.
It was so funny.
fun.
It was really funny. I enjoyed
I think
it.
I'm gonna bring it back. You know what it was?
Bring it back.
It was
What's the problem?
expensive. The thing was, it's like it's coming out of my pocket.
Were you
every
filming
week.
it in studio?
Dude, I filmed at a studio right down the street from here, and it was
okay.
that editing is not easy. It's not like I could have done the editing myself. So I have two people doing the editing for me.
Oh, okay.
So it got a little bit expensive, but I think I'm gonna bring it back. I think I'm gonna revamp it, but with a hot chick who's got like a solid following. You know what I mean? Because I got to get something out of it.
And of course, he's looking at Fizza now.
I'm looking directly at you, baby.
Okay.
You know,
Definitely.
My man is
It was
gonna get
definitely
jealous,
still
though.
avoiding.
But
eye
you
contact with me.
saw.
I don't think any of us are going to be able to be heard on this podcast.
Okay, so there's a picture of me from my birthday with Mitchell, Johnny,
fun. That was
and
fun.
David Lucas, and myself. And we literally look like we should be anchors on some Vice show.
We look so cute.
I'm going to pitch it because, it's like diversity and fun. And I look really hot in that picture.
Were you wearing really high heels? How'd you guys
Because
get
you were
like, in
standing
the
next to
same-
Johnny.
I was wearing heels, but they weren't.
You're very hot.
That's a good pitch. How could an exec turn that down? We look really cute, and I look really hot and diverse.
But if you think about it, if you think about the comedy, like how we're all three of us are so different.
Totally. That's
Right?
true. That's true. So we just need an idea.
Yeah. We should think about that.
Okay. I'm down.
I'm glad that you're going to this project right after Johnny said he quits everything.
No, but I'm coming back. I'm coming back. But here's the thing.
I
I'm
feel
like
like he
Ali
needs-
against the rope. I'm like
He
Ali
needs
against the
someone's
ropes.
coattails to ride on.
Yeah.
I do, because I've been doing everything. It's true. It's true, man. I need
just gonna
somebody to
snort
take me.
laugh.
Do you
in the
have
corner
like a
now.
writing partner? Do you have like a?
I work on projects with different people, but I don't like having just like one writing partner. I think it's too much like a relationship. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, I have my one writing partner. We have a legitimate script that's floating around the town. I don't want to give too
Oh,
much
you wrote a
away.
pilot?
Yeah.
Is it a
I've
sitcom?
written many pilots, and like they don't go anywhere because you got to be connected. Like
Yeah.
it does not matter. You could write the best fucking piece of work.
I
and
mean,
if you
you're
don't know who to
white.
pitch
How
it
are
to-
you not
I
connected?
know. I'm trying to figure it out.
I think being white's overrated.
You're
I
a
think it's-
tall, fairly
being Jew-
attractive, in general terms,
Don't tell.
fairly
him that.
attractive white guy in
Don't
Hollywood.
give him an inch.
Why?
He'll
What's
take
wrong?
three.
He'll think it's.
Why
seven,
haven't
yeah.
any of your pilots been sold?
You gave him more.
Okay, honestly,
See, she's nice.
all I heard was fairly attractive, and I'm reeling from that. Like I don't.
But you've seen my boyfriend, and you admit that he's hotter than you. So
Okay,
We're
so
done.
like
I think I
calling-
said that in a moment of charity, Zara. I said that in a moment of
So wait,
charity.
you were offended by her calling you fairly attractive.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I understand why, because that's like, when you call someone a 5, it's to poke at them.
yeah,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if I was
I'm
like
just helping you
super
guys
ugly,
find empathy.
if I was
Yeah.
ugly, you could own it, right?
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm a deuce, you know. And if you're beautiful, it's like the world is yours. But it's that middle ground. It's that subjective,
Yeah.
like, oh, he could be a 5 one day, but maybe he's a 6.5. It's torturous.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what I
like
mean?
right on the,
It's fucking
the balance.
All right, that should be. We'll take the picture. We'll take the picture right at the end of this podcast.
You're gonna make me use
we'll
7
post
filters?
it, and we're gonna. Hey, look, listen. God, I wish we were in Saudi Arabia sometimes. You know what I mean?
Shut
We
up.
wouldn't say stuff like that.
You wouldn't get in.
Exactly.
We're gonna post it on your
hit
wall,
a camel.
and then we're gonna see what the fucking. We're gonna let the fans decide. We're
They're
gonna let
gonna
the
rate
people
you?
vote.
They're
Yeah,
gonna
they
rate
have.
you.
Fuck yeah.
That's not fair. They'll think you're fair and lovely. That's not even.
I
It's not
know.
about personality. It's about looks, people. When it comes to numbers,
Is that why you
know?
made it in Hollywood?
No, they don't want good-looking people anymore.
No,
unless
they
it's
just
for, like,
don't want
serious
flawed
roles.
personalities, Johnny.
I mean,
I don't think he can handle all of
there's a
this right now.
myriad.
Look
There's
at
a
his
myriad
legs.
reasons. There's a myriad reasons why I haven't made it, but my personality is certainly one of them.
Okay, wait. We have 10 minutes left. Okay. We do we want to talk about the decriminalization or do we move past that?
Let's talk about the decriminalization a little bit.
Boring.
India,
Quick five.
India decriminalized homosexuality. That doesn't mean that gay marriage is legal, but it does mean that adults who engage in consensual, I guess, acts of homosexuality.
sex.
That sounds weird. Are not going to be like prosecuted. So that's
Yes,
dope.
it is
So
now
fucking
legal.
dope.
It's legal to be gay in India, and it hasn't been.
Isn't that wild?
It was. I thought it was, and then it got recriminalized. It like was decriminalized and then recriminalized like
Which era?
like 6-7 years ago or something like
recently.
that. And then it got
Fairly
decriminalized again. I thought that's what happened, but I don't know.
So is there still risk of that happening?
Maybe I don't know. But it's still a thing to celebrate. It's still awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I brought my rainbow
Because
stuff.
they overruled. It was a Supreme Court ruling from 150 years ago.
Yes.
Right, from everything I've read. So
Oh wow! So it was the
150
British.
years.
It was the British
Three,
that,
what was
that
it? Section
it's the
said
377.
no gays.
Section 377.
Wow! Give it up for India.
yeah,
Yeah.
Give it up for India.
Nope.
I almost
Don't-
Don't do it,
don't do it.
Johnny. We're trying to make you
give it
likable,
up.
Yeah,
and you just keep
an uphill
ruining it.
battle. I'm just, you know,
real-
I
I actually didn't even mean to.
I'm breaking out an eczema over here.
What do you
Just
do?
trying to
think-
protect you.
I think Johnny's likability is solely based on his consistency of being a douchebag. I think like it's so fun to
girlfriend.
hate him.
You
I
know
want
what
a
you're gonna
fucking
get.
girlfriend. Dude.
It's fun to
piece of
hate
shit.
him because he's like his piece of shit persona. It just transcends across so many different levels.
Sorry,
you know?
I think you said persona, but you meant personality, right?
Both.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just checking. Okay, wait.
This
we have
guy's
God, I'm
authentic.
horny,
we have
man.
to gross.
Jesus.
Jesus
I could-
Christ.
Should we
wanna eat a
even
pussy.
bring up that
What?
sketch? I can't.
I don't want to deal with this. No, we're not going to do that yet.
Okay, we're happy for gay people in India.
Okay.
Can I make some?
Yeah, say something terrible. Do whatever you have to do. Jesus.
Forget
get it out.
Forget
Just
it.
say
I'm,
it.
I'm
Come on.
happy.
Empty
No,
out
Europeans
yourself.
are the worst. They're responsible for all of the bad shit that's gone on for the past 500 years.
Are you trying to make amends?
No,
are
say
you
what you
doing?
were really gonna say, Johnny.
I actually had nothing after that. I had nothing. I had a big
I
fat
don't
zero.
believe it.
Let's talk about like a better issue, a more important issue. Johnny, what challenges faced being a tall white male casting in Hollywood? More important, okay? Ask me something better.
How
Ask me
does the
something
white
better.
man feel wronged? Johnny, okay.
I hate that shit.
Let's
You know
just
what I mean?
get, you know what? Let's
That
talk about the Desi
white people
stuff.
complaining.
Let's move.
South Asian.
Let's move to our culture.
Yeah.
South Asian.
Is that how you
Who's
pronounce
your-
it, Daisy?
Daisy.
Desi.
As in, like,
there you go.
You know I'm like a linguist. You should hear me speaking Spanish. I'm
Go
a
ahead.
fucking incredible
Go ahead,
Spanish
say something.
speaker. So I could
Just 'cause
learn.
you talk a lot
I could
doesn't make
learn.
you a
Say
linguist.
I
could
respect
learn-
women. I respect you women and your craft in Spanish.
That's
Can
the
you
only
say
thing,
that in
that's-
English?
That's the only thing I don't know how to say.
Can you say that in English, Johnny?
No.
All right, just checking. Johnny, who is your favorite South Asian celebrity?
It used to be. It was the broad from.
There it is.
It was
Damn it.
the one from Slumdog Millionaire. Bad.
Oh, Frida Pinto.
So bad. She's so bad. Oh
Frida
my
Pinto.
god. In that one movie where she fucking
Slumdog Millionaire?
No, there's another one she did after that.
Did you guys see it?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh my. Okay, so it's based off a play, like a famous Shakespearean, whatever, right? But so basically, she is the concubine for a rich dude. No. She goes to work for a rich dude, right?
As a
Like,
concubine.
She's a domestic. No, she's just a domestic.
Okay.
But then,
domestic.
of course, she turns into like this
How's it a
guy's
noun?
boyfriend, and he turns out to be like a gigantic. He's like a rich royal Indian, right? And turns out to be a gigantic piece of shit. Can I tell you want me to ruin the movie for you?
no,
Yeah,
what's
fuck
the
it.
name of this movie?
I can't
You will
fucking
meet
remember.
a tall, dark
Yeah.
stranger.
No. Before it's here. Dude, but she does anal in it, and it's like you're like, God.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Okay.
If I wasn't with my family right now.
Okay. So it used to be Frida Pinto.
In a sleepover.
Slumdog, no. Mural? Trishna, 2011. That's right. And it's she was just.
I feel like I have to wash my phone after this. Yeah. Why did I hand that?
Okay.
Upgrade,
wait.
girl.
So she used to be your favorite South Asian celebrity.
Yeah.
Who replaced her, or who is your favorite celebrity now?
What are we talking? Name me the South Asian country. Is it just India, Pakistan,
Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, like all the brown countries?
Just the region, wherever it spills into.
Is Tibet considered South Asia?
No.
If Tibet's South Asia, the fucking Dalai Lama, dude. The Dalai Lama.
There are a lot of Tibetans in India.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm the Dalai Lama, 100% favorite celebrity. Probably one of my favorite celebrities in general, dude. The guy's dope.
He's not Desi. I don't think he identifies as such.
Okay, so like Desi. So then
Asian.
now Desi.
I don't know that many.
India, Pakistan.
Desis. Yeah, I don't know that many.
There's three sitting in front of you.
You're my
right now.
favorites,
All
but
right,
you
whatever.
said celebrities. You said celebrities.
You're right.
I'm just curious because you said like Frida
like
Pinto
cricket.
was. So when you said she was, I feel like you had someone in mind.
No, I didn't. She's just gotten old, so we got to cast her aside. So, but after 30, it's like you got to put her down. You know. Do you know this is
you're older than 30.
I know, but
I mean, for sure
Soy
you're gonna
hombre.
die soon, right?
well, 100%.
Okay, cool.
That's obvious. I'm a gigantor. Tall people die 10 years earlier.
Do you?
Like,
You don't have
true thing?
Marfan syndrome,
Like,
right?
I don't have
dogs?
Marfan syndrome.
You don't?
I don't. Osama bin Laden had it though. Shouts to Osama.
Wait, what's the syndrome?
RIP.
Marfan syndrome is like a disease that affects like taller people, and I think it has to do with like it affects their heart and like their cartilage and stuff.
Exactly.
Right? But it puts them at higher risk for dying younger, and you have to like get checked and be preventative. And
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'6", but I think even this height, it's harder. You know what I mean? Like there's just more stress on your organs. I think. Because it just takes a lot of energy to fucking keep the shit going.
Probably
you know
all
what
the
I mean?
drugs too.
I don't know, not that big into drugs, but you know. But I will die. But Paul, I will die before you. So
Thank God.
sprinkle my ashes.
Some good years.
Sprinkle my ashes.
We're not going to be
tiki
friends
masala.
then. Oh,
Yes, we
God.
fucking are.
Tiki masala.
Dude,
It's
I'm
not even a
vegetarian.
Tiki torch.
Tiki.
Tikka
It's
masala.
tikka masala.
My bad.
Chicken tikka masala. So
So I'm sorry I couldn't name. So Frida is my favorite.
Okay.
Desi celebrity.
now she's
Now she's too old. She's aged out.
Prime,
I honestly
according to
like. I fuck celebrities, man. I fuck with you guys. You know what I mean?
Until we
I
become
genuinely.
big.
Well, no, because once you become big,
We're going to have to pitch your pilot.
that's right. You need a guy. You need somebody like me behind the scenes.
Should we tell them about the sketch
Shit.
idea?
Yeah, let's talk about the
No,
sketch idea.
I don't want to do it on the podcast.
All
We're
right.
just going to release it.
All right. Well, guys, we have
wait.
a sketch coming out
Yeah, we're going to have a sketch.
featuring Johnny Mitchell.
We got 3 minutes left.
Do you want
Ask me
to
something.
ask us anything about South Asian culture that you probably would still have no shame in asking at any other point?
No, can I bring up a beef with one
Yeah.
of your posts?
Yeah.
And we don't have to make it like, because I'm not married to any ideology. You know what I mean? But
Now he's looking
when
right
the
at
British
me.
left, well, because you posted it. When the British left India, right? They just said, the British did some horrible shit. But when their time was up, they were like, you know what? We're just going to walk away. It's you. It's yours. Then the chaos happened. You know what I mean? So the shit that's happened between Pakistan and India, well, yeah, the British were motherfuckers.
I'm going to stop you right there and say they took over land, they created an infrastructure, and then they left, and it's chaos. Of course there's going to be a bit of chaos. I mean, the fact that it's lasting this long is a shame.
Right.
Because there's better conflict resolution than blowing people up. But
don't you think it's more productive to focus now on like what's wrong between the religions and the fact that you cling not you, but they cling way too hard to religion? That causes way more violence than whatever the fucking British
you already
did.
know how I feel about
You know what I mean?
dogma. I don't subscribe to it whatsoever. So
Totally. That wasn't really a question though. Okay, what do I really want to know? What do I fucking really want to know? I don't know.
So that wasn't really a question. That was just a proclamation. That,
It was a proclamation.
Let me make this easier for him. So we're Daisy. We identify as Daisy.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for any of us?
Things that you're curious about.
Well, first of all, I think it's cool that you guys are like proud of your culture. You know what I mean? I never had a culture, so that's dope, right?
What about weed culture?
It was hip hop culture mostly. It was black people. That's where we got most white boys that aren't ethnic. Took black culture in the 90s, you know what I mean? That's why when you hear me talking like some fly ass shit with like David Lucas or whatever,
that was the 90s.
But people are like, John, they think I'm like trying to be cool. That's how I am. You know what I mean? A down ass motherfucker. I was a drug trafficker, you know what I mean? You think I picked that up from my white culture?
So how you are is what appears to people trying to be cool.
Right, but there's no trying involved. You know
but they just see it as such.
He just feels that he's already cool. He's earned his cool stripes or whatever.
Yeah, and now I'm trying to get closer to what I really am.
This was a question for us. Why are you bragging?
That's why I'm a comedian. It's all about us.
He's trying to get closer to being a dork.
Yeah, I'm trying to, and that's the journey, is to try to really find out who I truly am.
Johnny, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I think you've made it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the line of the day from Pallavi.
Yeah.
Don't know her last name. Okay. So, I don't fucking know. We could go into this all day. What do I want to know about you and your Desi culture?
Maybe it doesn't have to be about the culture. It could just be personal.
Something.
All right. Really? Just anything personal? Doesn't have to do with South
whatever.
Asia?
Yeah. Anything about...
We gave
Are you banging lately?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Damn. When's the last time?
I don't know.
It's been like 2 months for me. What about you? 2.5 months?
I mean, it's...
No, like 3 months.
Yeesh.
No wonder I'm such a pice of shit. But mine's been self-imposed. So is yours, because you can fuck anytime.
Oh.
Wait, why is yours self-imposed?
Thing you've said to me today.
Just because I'm not settling for anything less than a 7 or 7.5. You know what I mean?
In looks or personality?
Looks, yeah, looks.
Okay, so you're not looking for like a long-term partner.
But I would like that too.
You should say that in your. I'm not settling for anything. ...
Put it on your profile.
Like that's a funny joke.
Okay.
Well,
cool.
because it sounds like
you know what
something
jokes are.
empowering.
Hey, Paul, want to write sometime?
No.
Because you don't want to improve your act. Okay. When's the last time you banged?
June.
Okay.
Can you do the math, Johnny?
Was it a one-night stand?
Kind of. It was like a Tinder thing.
Damn. Did you bang? Would you use protection?
Yeah.
Whack. Okay. Zara, are you still going out with your man?
Yep.
There you go.
We're all just too exhausted, Steven.
There you go. I'm sorry, I can't think of any deeper questions. How's show business going for you? Are you getting on stage enough?
Yeah, I mean, in Saudi Arabia, it was limited, but I'm back.
It's I just
got off the plane,
I just call it
did a
Arabia.
Show. Well, I mean, the Saud tribe, they own that part of Arabia now. That's their kingdom.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hey, can I tell you something about Saudis? Yeah, I don't give a fuck about them.
I like how
fuck Saudi
she was
Arabia.
genuinely
Fuck
trying to
Saudi
teach you.
Arabians. Fuck Saudi Arabians almost across the board. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm not
and that's
saying
righteous indignation
all
for
views
the
expressed
human
by
rights
Johnny
abuses that they
do
fucking
not
perpetrate against
represent-
women, against gays, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
That-
with you on the
yeah.
human rights abuses,
rights
for
is-
sure.
And also, like,
I
their
missed
music,
having
their
some
music
human
is just,
You don't like
Excuse me.
Arabic
Oh,
music?
excuse me. It's totally influenced hip hop. What the fuck are you talking about?
what the fucking bells and the fucking
Yeah, that
tambourine
shit.
and
region are we talking
There's
about
fucking
right
Hindi
now?
music and Missy stuff from the 90s. That
he was
shit-
talking about the Saudis.
I
He was
know,
talking
but
about the Arab music.
That flute and the Arab music
Yeah.
and stuff really influenced like 2000s hip hop.
Oh, interesting.
There's like that stuff came over.
Also, Shakira is half Middle Eastern, and that's where all the belly dancing came from. So
She's Lebanese, half Colombian.
Exactly.
Wow. God, I'm a fucking catch.
So not all of Arabia in the Middle East.
How do you even drink coffee annoyingly? Like, right
right.
next to the fucking mic. Can we be done?
I'm so lovable. I guess we're
Oh my
done.
God.
So follow me at J Mitchell Comic, Twitter, on Instagram at J Mitchell Comic. More of my I Hate Your Instagram videos will be coming up. I'm looking to fuck. So if there's any any of the listeners out there, not Zara's mom. Okay, look,
we're just hoping he gets tired of talking at some point.
Hey,
please feel free to DM me.
Gas runs out.
I'm sexually, I was gonna say fluid. That's not true. It's got to be a broad. You got to be a chick.
Indian male fans and Pakistani male fans and older white male fans definitely follow Johnny and express how you feel on his page. We totally encourage that. If you could just,
I think we probably share some of the same views. Hit me up. Thanks for having me on, ladies. I had a great time. Did you have as much fun as I did?
This is like totally drained right now.
I'm the one sitting closest.
I know, that's
to
what
him.
I was thinking. All right.
It's got to be uncomfortable for her.
I'm Paula Viganalan, and that's my social media, PallaVigunalan. That's my Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook, and my website.
I'm Zara Ali. You can find me on all social media at Really Zara. Zara is spelled Zahra.
And before this podcast, I was Fizza Dasani. You can find me on Instagram at Fizza Dasani, Twitter at Fizza Dasani, Facebook, The Fizza, and FizzaDasani.com.
And all of our social media is Facial Recognition Comedy on Instagram and Facebook, and that's our website. And our Twitter is Facial Rec Comedy. We also have a Patreon where you can find the wonderful videos to this podcast and see just how white Johnny is on patreon.com/facial recognition comedy.
Remember to vote, and we're going to post that picture. So remember to vote on my looks, okay?
Yeah.
1 through 10.
Tell him how you feel.
It's really 7 through 10.
If we can even color balance the photo to match
You're gonna look
us,
hella whitewashed. Yeah, and also subscribe and rate the podcast, and then we'll enter you in to win a prize if you do that.
Date with Johnny.
No.
Anal with Johnny.
No.
We normally thank the guest for being here,
that a big
but I
thing
think
for
we'll
you?
just end.
No, I'm kidding. I don't really like anal. I mean, I would if like
come up a couple times.
it's fucking just the thought of it is hot.
You mean giving or receiving?
Receiving. All right. Bye, everybody.
You guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to go take a nap.